Alright, what's up? Another year, another Oscars ceremony, except the ceremony isn't on yet. But the nominations came out today, and I basically don't know what any of them are, except for I know Saoirse Ronan has been nominated because when Saoirse Ronan gets nominated, that's the only thing that Irish radio is able to talk about. So I'm going to read them now on Wikipedia and give my highly anticipated reaction. Um, Additional disclaimer, I saw fuck all movies this year, so I will not have seen the vast majority of what has been nominated. So my opinions, will not be based on having seen the movie, it will be based on people I like and that sort of thing. Right. Alright, what's up for Best Picture? Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Okay. Nothing unexpected there. Um, some people debated whether or not Joker was going to get nominated. I knew Joker was going to get nominated, but I think 1917 is actually what's going to win. Joker is the only film that I have seen there, and it was okay. Okay, Best Director. Now this is interesting. Tarantino, the dude for Parasite, Sam Mendes for 1917, Scorsese for The Irishman, and Todd Phillips for Joker. I didn't think he was going to get nominated for Best Director. So that's interesting. I now definitely do not think he's going to win. Um, who is going to win there? Probably the dude for Parasite, Bong Joon-ho, because people really like that. Antonio Banderas nominated for Best Actor. That's interesting. Adam Driver expected. Joaquin Phoenix expected. Leonardo DiCaprio was expected. And my boy, Jonathan fucking Pryce, nominated for The Two Popes, which I haven't seen yet, but I really want to see because I love Jonathan Pryce. Joaquin Phoenix is going to win. And yeah, sure, he was good in Joker. But Jonathan Pryce is one of those actors who should win an Oscar every year. So I'm rooting for Jonathan Pryce. And congratulations, Antonio Banderas. I didn't know he was doing this kind of work. So that's cool. Best Actress is Cynthia Erivo for Harriet. I've never heard of that movie. I keep hearing about it now in Oscar talk, but I never heard of it before. Renee Zellweger, ScarJo, Saoirse Ronan, and Charlize Theron. I don't know why they didn't cast Elizabeth Banks as Megyn Kelly. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson's going to win, I think. That's my prediction. It's her year, because she's been, for it before. Best Supporting Actor, no real surprises here. Tom Hanks, Anthony Hopkins, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, and Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's going to win for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's also his year. And everyone else there already actually has an Oscar, so he'll be the only non-Oscar winner in that category. Best Supporting Actress, Kathy Bates for Richard Jewell, Laura Dern for Marriage Story, ScarJo again for Jojo Rabbit. That's interesting that they did nominate her twice. That's interesting. Margot Robbie for Bombshell, and Florence What's-Her-Face for Little Women. I don't really know there, honestly. Maybe Laura Dern. I heard she was really good at Marriage Story. I feel like that's where it's going to go. Knives Out nominated for Best Original Screenplay for Ryan Johnson. That's interesting. Maybe he'll win, because some people thought that would be like an outside favorite for Best Picture, and it isn't even nominated, so he might win that. And The Seed, man, we're never going to hear the end of it if Ryan Johnson wins an Oscar. Best Adapted Screenplay, I don't know there. I couldn't call that one. I'm not bothered to read them all out. Best Animated Feature. Okay, Missing Link is nominated. I actually didn't see Missing Link, and I wanted to see Missing Link, and I had no interest in seeing Toy Story 4, but I saw Toy Story 4, and Toy Story 4 was surprisingly very, very enjoyable. It was actually pretty good. But just for the sake of it, I'm going to root for Missing Link. Or I didn't see any of these other films. Klaus I heard was very good, or whatever it's pronounced as. It's the international feature film. Again, I haven't seen any of these. Parasite is going to win, but it's interesting that they did nominate that North Macedonian film, Honeyland. That's kind of cool. Best documentary, also Honeyland is nominated there. Documentary short subject. This is where I haven't seen any of these live action short, animated short. Best original score. Interesting that John Williams is nominated for The Rise of Skywalker. I didn't even see that. But Hildur, your woman who did Joker, is going to win. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce her name. That's going to get best score, I think. Best original song. Probably the one from Frozen. And then we get into very technical things like editing. Best editing will be won by 1917 because they edited that to make it look like it was all in one take. Anything else? Production design. These are all a lot of the same films here. Oh, The Lighthouse is up for cinematography. I'd say Joker or 1917 will win for that. Because a lot of people talked about the cinematography in those movies. Anything else? Okay, Maleficent is nominated for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Sure. Best Costume Design. All the same stuff. Best Visual Effects. I was wondering when Avengers Endgame was going to rear its head. And that's its sole nomination is visual effects. I guess it looked fine. The Lion King probably looked better, but The Lion King should not win just on principle that The Lion King shouldn't exist as a film, so it shouldn't win. Yeah, I feel like they'll have to give that to Avengers Endgame just because people wanted it to be like win Best Picture, and that's its only nomination. That's quite amusing. It was not Best Picture though. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people who liked Avengers Endgame? Like, what? It really wasn't that good. Whatever. Alright, that's the complete list. Right. I'll see you after the Oscars. Go fuck yourself.